o yo misma os pasamos el micrófono. ¿De acuerdo?
Hola, soy David Gómez del Grupo de solución. Primero quería preguntaros, que comentáis que hay contenido en HD, quería preguntar cuánto, los planes, si tenéis para aumentar la calidad a 4K, y luego en cuanto a la lista de canales, yo creo que la gran pregunta es por qué no hay ninguno de deportes.
Charlie or David, you may answer this.
Well, I take sports and HTTP. So we're focusing in on great entertainment right now. We've got a wide range of different genres, and this is really about bringing Sky's expertise in entertainment and the technology backbone into Spain at this point.
Respecto a la calidad HD, el contenido que está nativo en HD está disponible y cuál es la mayoría del contenido que está disponible en HD, te diría la mayoría del contenido.
Aumentar la calidad a 4K en el plazo corto, o medio, largo, no sé.
De momento estamos lanzando este servicio, estamos enfocados y eso es algo que ya se estudiará más adelante.
Hola, soy Miguel Ángel Uriando del Español. Una cosa que me llama la atención es que vosotros habéis lanzado el servicio, pero no he visto en los vídeos en general, no veo las series que son producción propia de Sky. Muchas de ellas me consta que están cedidos los derechos a, por ejemplo, a Movistar Plus, es el caso de Penny Dreadful, se me ocurre, hay varios casos similares. Me da la sensación de que incluso en entretenimiento no veo tantas series propiamente dichas de Sky. Muchas gracias.
We are very committed over time to increasing Sky original content. We will have some original series for our Spanish customers, but today is just about getting started. And if you look at where we are many years later in the likes of Italy or in the United Kingdom, you can see that we're big investors in content. We believe in content and we believe in customers, and those two things are how we would expect the service to evolve in time. So right now we're getting going with bringing customers that choice with no strings attached. Over time you should expect to hear more from us in terms of investing in original content for the Spanish market.
Hola, buenos días. Juanma de Blooper. Yo quería preguntaros si habéis negociado o estáis negociando con otros canales que no están en la plataforma, como AXN o Cosmo, y si no creéis que el hecho de que haya que comprar un decodificador puede hacer que la gente no se abone a Sky, si no sería más fácil también que se pudiera enviar contenido a través de Chromecast.
David, no sé si quieres introducir tú o Charlie, you can answer this.
So I'll take the question on the decoder. So I just want to be clear. So the box that we have is the one way to get it onto your television. Smart TV apps will be coming very soon as well. So customers get full range of choice in terms of the apps and devices that they can use it on.
Y respecto al line-up de canales, es el que tenemos disponible de momento y es algo con lo que lanzamos y iremos evaluando más adelante.
Paula Ponga, de la revista Fotogramas. Quería que fuerais un poco más precisos en los contenidos cinematográficos y cuáles diríais que son vuestros puntos fuertes para distinguiros.
Adelante, David.
El contenido cinematográfico tenemos, por un lado, el contenido que está disponible a través de los canales que se emiten, que es contenido de actualidad, con un canal específico de cine que es TCM, y luego tenemos 3.600 horas de contenido bajo demanda, el cual incluye contenido de cine de actualidad de distribuidoras como Fox, 20th Century Fox, Sony, y Disney y Paramount.
José Luis Hurtado, de Serial B Podcast. ¿Por qué se ha optado por traer la marca Sky en lugar de Now TV, que parece que es la que está más extendida por Europa? ¿Y hay alguna previsión de que llegue al Apple TV a un plazo medio o plazo largo la aplicación?
Yeah, so from a brand perspective, that's something we look at on a market-to-market basis. We have OTT businesses, streaming businesses, under both the Sky and Now TV brands. So Sky within Germany and Austria, and Now TV in Italy and the UK. So really it was a market-led decision on what we thought would resonate best within Spain. I've now forgotten the second half of the question. I apologise. What was the second part to the question?
Si hay alguna previsión de
Apple TV.
del Apple
That's
TV.
what it was. Yeah, so when it comes to other devices, we are across the range of the top devices that are out there at the moment, and we'll look to extend that range over time. So as I mentioned, smart TVs is coming shortly, but we'll be constantly assessing that list to make sure customers get access to the experience wherever customers are.
Sí, buenos días, Antonio Castillo, de Programa Audiovisual. Me gustaría saber si tienen ustedes ya, lógicamente imagino que sí, en un mercado tan competitivo como es el mercado español en este momento a nivel de plataformas de streaming, tanto en directo, en vivo, como contenido a la carta, ¿qué previsiones en plan de negocio están manejándose ustedes digamos, a un medio plazo? Y por otra parte, si nos podían dar unas pinceladas sobre las técnicas de encriptación de los contenidos. Gracias.
So from a target's perspective, what we're working on is that there's real demand in the market for a product like this. So over time, we would want to get this entertainment freedom out to probably over 1 million customers. But right now, the focus is on landing in Spain and engaging with customers, learning more about what they really enjoy and evolving the product. Because that really only happens if it's a win-win. We have to bring the right things to consumers to justify and to gain that kind of customer base, and that's certainly our ambition. From an encryption perspective, I would suggest on that we might take that offline when we do the product demos, because Laura, our head of product, will probably give a better answer on that than I can. Is that fair? Yeah. We'll make sure we put you in touch with Laura.
Hola, Elena, del diario ABC. Un par de preguntillas. La primera, ¿desde cuándo se puede contratar? ¿Desde hoy o desde...?
Ahora mismo.
Ahora mismo, vale. Y la segunda es, ¿qué pasa cuando viajas fuera? O sea, quiero decir, ¿funcionará en otros países en los que hay Sky? ¿Cómo funcionará en, no sé, o no?
So yeah, the platform is live right now. So please sign up, tell your friends. It's live and available, and the apps are in the App Store, so do take a look. With respect to where you can view, you'll be able to view within Spain. So that would be Spain, including the islands, so Balearics, Canaries, but it's within Spain.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Eduardo del Mundo. Le quería preguntar al señor Andrew Griffith, si es posible, desde una visión más de grupo, por qué se ha elegido este momento para desembarcar en España y si es una decisión que se ha planteado en otros momentos Sky.
We think this is a really exciting time. We think Spain's an exciting market. It's a market we've long had aspirations to come and serve the consumers in Spain. We've had success over the last few years, as Charlie and David talked about, in establishing our streaming platforms. And like any business, you have lots of things to do, and you've got lots of ambitions, and you can't do them all at the same time. So the success of the platform that we've built, which is Europe's, I think, largest and most successful and reliable streaming platform, which is now working well in all of the other markets, gave us that ability to then come to any other market in Europe, and Spain was our first choice. We see here that there's a large number of households that don't yet have access to pay TV. The content from our content partners we think is wonderful. It's rich, it's interesting, it covers a number of genres. And we were just very excited once we'd got that streaming platform in place with the opportunity to come into Spain, one of the biggest economies in Europe that we weren't previously in, with lots of households that we'd love to interact with and talk to, and see if we can't give them the same services that our customers in other markets enjoy. So it wasn't a difficult decision. Just sometimes in business, you have a different set of things you have to work through, and having worked through establishing big platforms in Italy and in Germany, Spain was ready, and we're here and we're excited to go.
Y solo una pregunta más. Quería saber si esta llegada a España condiciona los futuros acuerdos con otros operadores como Netflix, por ejemplo, con HBO, con el que yo creo que Sky ha tenido algunos acuerdos. Si ahora, al pasar a ser rivales, digamos, o competidores en España, existirá una nueva política a la hora de negociar derechos para el mercado español.
Yeah, We've always been a great business of partnerships, and every one of our markets we partner with some of the best content brands in the world. Sometimes we compete, sometimes we collaborate. The thing that we as a pay TV industry are focused on is growing the cake, growing the omelette so that there's more for everybody. And so when we look at a market, it's not so much about who we do deals with and who we don't. It's more about how we can get more customers to join the world of paying a little bit extra each month, flexibly, but paying a little bit extra for their content. And if that happens, if we grow the overall market, then everybody benefits. And that's true of our content partnerships in every market, many of which stretch back 20 years or so. So the answer is sort of both. We'll be good deliverers of services direct to consumers, but we'll also be a great partner for those who've got content that wants to reach more customers through our streaming services.
Buenos días, soy Sergio de Sensacine. Quería preguntar un poco sobre lo que es la estrategia de lanzamiento de cara a los próximos meses, quizá la campaña de Navidad. Entonces no sé si a lo mejor a David, a Charlie o a Andrew. Is it going to be a big splash like Netflix did here in Spain, or more low profile like Amazon?
La campaña, vamos a hacer una campaña que empieza ya por una parte digital, empieza de sí mismo, y luego above the line en exteriores, que empezará en un par de semanas, va a ser continuada, una presencia constante de aquí a Navidades. Iréis viendo hitos que irán también asociados con contenido que será saliendo en la plataforma a través de los canales y que se irá viendo poco a poco. Pero va a ser constante, una presencia constante e importante.
Hola, Juanma de Blooper. Dos preguntas. Quería preguntaros si tenéis contenido, o sea, si va a estar el contenido en offline. Y dos, si habéis valorado o valoráis hacer algún acuerdo con un operador, obviamente que no sea Movistar, Orange o Vodafone, en plan Yoigo o Pepefam.
So I think on the partnerships point, I would just echo what Andrew's already said. So we're all about partnerships and doing that well, and I think part of creating our presence in Spain, partnerships are going to be key to that. So we'll be looking at that in the coming months, but there's not a point that we can share today. The other half?
Sí, y los contenidos se pueden ver en streaming, solo se pueden ver en streaming de momento, donde y cuando quieras. Esa es la opción que está disponible.
Y en esta ampliación de negocio, ¿la producción entra en vuestros planes?
I didn't get that one.
Didn't hear that.
They're asking about own production, producción propia. Yeah, about own production. Is it a plan for Sky in Spain?
Yes, it is. We absolutely will have some own production and over time some exclusive content. Now we're only launching today, and it takes time to commission scripts and to work with people who create content. So that will take time, but it will be one of the features of the platform. And if you look at our credentials in other markets, Sky is now producing some very attractive high-end drama and mini-series.
Hola, soy Álvaro de Squire. Me gustaría saber, con toda la competencia que hay ahora en este tipo de televisión, ¿qué creéis vosotros que os hace diferentes? ¿Cómo le venderíais a un cliente Sky y no pues Netflix, Movistar, Amazon? Gracias.
So I think the key part of that is the fact that we have the combination of the pay TV channels and on demand, but at a low price point without a contract. You put those two things together, and that gives you something quite unique in the market. Then you top that up with three people watching at the same time, and you're building out into something even more desirable. But that's the space we're trying to create, something that's new, that sort of brings together pieces that people haven't seen in one place before.
Última pregunta, no sé si tenéis alguna pregunta más. Bueno, muchas gracias.